Okay, welcome back, people. That was pretty funky, wasn't it? Cootie guessed that one right again with Zelda. He didn't quite get the game, but he was about to go through them all. It was from Link's Awakening, and it was pretty awesome remix. Anyhow, we are now going to move on and answer our question of the week. So I was getting a bit confused there because there's a couple of people in the chat room saying they have no sound, although
or no video.
A couple of people also saying that they can hear it. Well, Coot seems to be able to hear it fine. I don't know. Maybe refresh your streams. Not that you can hear me to hear me say that. And the cam wasn't on because I hadn't clicked the button yet. But either way, question of the week. We asked. Let me just tell people to refresh.
Yeah, I'm still not getting anything myself,
really?
and I've refreshed.
How weird. I don't know. Cootie says all was good after he refreshed. I don't know. Anyway, we shall continue for the benefit of our recorded listeners. Nonetheless, question of the week. What was your favourite free-to-play title? And we had one come in through Facebook which said Minecraft. I don't know how that was free-to-play. I think they got the wrong idea.
Well,
maybe they're wearing an eye patch. Could it be?
Yeah, you can play Minecraft for free, but you can't play everything. You can't play online or anything, but you can download it to try it out.
I'm with you now. Kind of makes sense then. But it's not really Minecraft if it's not online, I would say.
I thought if he was wearing an eye patch, he fucking pirated it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Anyway, Big Bad Daddy from the Overseas Connection podcast. You might want to check those out. Pretty fun stuff. I believe you listen to those, Dan.
Yeah.
So which part of the seas is it over?
It's over the seas between us and yourselves.
It's over the Atlantic.
So they're in Iceland?
Yep. Iceland and Canada.
Oh, I was right? I didn't even know.
No, it's not, man. It's England and America.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're pretty cool. You should go check them out. I think you find them on Twitter at OC Podcast or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, or something like ocpodcast.net for the site or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
This isn't my job.
But I believe they're the official podcast of the G4TE.com website.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can definitely find them there. Anyway, he says probably Battlefield free-to-play. It's a sublime mix of Battlefield 2 and Bad Company 2. Have any of you guys played the free-to-play Battlefield, or were you like me, where you thought, what's the point, I'll just play Bad Company?
I played it for a bit.
Yeah, I played it briefly and then thought, yeah, I might as well
I
play
think
Bad
I might
Company.
have been on the beta for that, come to think of it.
Yeah, I believe I was too. And I think that was when I played it and thought, yeah, I might as well play Bad Company.
Yeah.
Common Troll says Team Fortress 2, an amazing game that was worth the price when it had one. Nackerman says FIFA Superstars because it's the only one I can bloody run. Coot says Team Fortress 2 simply. Well, he doesn't even say that, he just says TF2. And then I think we had another one which I might be missing here because they forgot the hashtag.
Oh,
disappointed. And with all
it's
the
all about the
streaming going on,
hashtag.
I can't find it.
Or if you're Dan, it's the hash.
And no, that photo of me is me sitting outside a pub smoking a cigarette.
Let me see. Maybe we don't have another. Oh yes, we do. Bruno Brooks on Twitter.
Bruno Brooks.
It's Bruno BRUX. His name's John Brooks apparently. He's on Twitter as Bruno Brooks, and he says TF2 obviously. And then we have the Facebook one which said Minecraft. But I have to go with the general consensus here, and I don't know if you guys will agree, but now I would have to say Team Fortress 2. What about you guys? Best free-to-play game?
Yeah, I mean, since Team Fortress 2 went free-to-play, I mean, there's really not a better game. It's like a AAA title, you know, it's like a 90-plus Metacritic score, and free-to-play, constant free updates. You don't even actually have to buy anything, really.
No, there's not actually any need to buy anything unless you just want stuff sooner, or you know,
or some hats.
But yeah, they don't count.
Well, you can craft some of the stuff. I don't know how much, but there is limited crafting for those free players.
Totally, and you can still find all the drops and stuff, you know, like all the weapons what drop, you can still get all those. None of that has changed since it's gone free to play. So definitely check it out and play it if you haven't played it yet. I'm guessing everybody that listens to this probably owns it anyway and paid for it, but
as a result, I'm going to suggest a different game.
Go right ahead.
APB Reloaded.
For reasons formerly mentioned in this episode.
But it's
of the
not
podcast.
fully out yet. It's still in
Well, no,
beta.
it's still, but it's open, and you can get in, and it will be free once it's out. So, it's good.
I'll let that count.
I want more people to play with. But I know.
I've been promising you that I'll download it and play it for ages, but I just haven't got around to it.
What about, I mean, aside from TF2, say if TF2 hadn't have gone free to play, say if it's still what it is, I would say, and I can't believe no one mentioned this, is Quake Live.
Yeah.
I mean, there is AAA shooter, and you can even get yourself into competitive esports if you really want to be competitive with it.
Yeah, man. Totally. And aside from that, the other one that I would like to mention is Global Agenda.
Yes.
I haven't actually played that yet.
Have you not played that yet, man? See, I've been playing that since it first came out, kind of, just not an awful lot, but I've been playing it on and off since then, and it is a really good game, and it was well worth the price when it was a pay-to-play game. Since it's got free-to-play, I suggest that everyone goes and checks that out. And apart from that, the only other one that I could really think of that I thought was worth a mention was Lord of the Rings Online. I don't know if you guys would agree with that.
Yeah, that's not bad. And I probably
guess League of
Dungeons and Dragons Online as well.
Yeah, man, and League of Legends, as you say, Tyler.
Yeah, I need to play that.
Well, apparently, myself and Tina, who's in the chat room, we tried, because Scott from the Gamesman, who I'm sure you'll know, has been on the show before. He has been playing it quite a bit lately with a few of his friends.
He's been snorting League of Legends.
He actually
snorting
has.
Liquid Crystal League of Legends.
Liquid
Pretty
Crystal
much.
lol.
And we tried to play with him, but then it turned out it had the whole StarCraft factor where we couldn't play against people in
Yeah,
US.
and then
But-
they're splitting it up even more. The
Really?
Cold War era. You got East Europe versus West.
Oh yeah, I got an
Europe.
email about
Yeah.
that actually. Yeah, I remember. So yeah, you can actually have one change from East to West Europe for free, and then you're stuck there. But yeah, apparently it's a bit easier for guys in the UK to actually play on the US version now. It's like easier to find the actual download, because we couldn't even find a download of the US version. We were just getting redirected every single time.
Yeah, you see, I didn't have a trouble with that. It gave me a drop down. I could choose which download. I haven't tried it yet, but it was fatal-seemingly easy. And when I heard you hadn't managed to do it, I was like, well, it just says there.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to play on the Russian
Choose
servers where I can get free vodka and cheap brides. So
Yeah, man.
Cheap XP.
yeah,
Totally. And coming to an EU StarCraft server near you soon. The same features. But yeah, that would be only my other suggestions. I don't know if any of you guys have got anything else that you can think of that. I mean, free-to-play games are probably always worth at least checking out.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I heard that the guys that make what do you call it? Global Agenda are making the new Tribes game free to play as well. So that might be pretty cool. Actually,
Totally, man. And Global Agenda was their first title as well, so I'm really looking forward to see what they do with Tribes, because they did so well with Global Agenda that I think Tribes 2 is going to be absolutely awesome.
And I think there's a lot of speculation that Dota 2 from Valve is going to be free to play as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I hope it isn't, but yeah, I can see it happening. I think it would work on that platform, but I would prefer it not to be. I'd rather just be able to just buy it and be done with it.
You know, the whole thing that obviously makes free-to-play work is the microtransactions, and what really surprises me is that Bobby Kotick hasn't decided to add microtransactions to Black Ops. Because, they've got that whole monetary system for
I think that's
upgrading
where
your
they're going
weapons.
next, isn't it, man? With this whole
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, they themselves don't even know what they're going to charge for with Call of Duty Elite, but they're going to provide a bunch of features for quote unquote free. But the reason that they don't add guns and stuff is because it would unbalance the multiplayer.
Because it's so well balanced to begin with.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what they say, but I don't know.
I always use the M16 just to piss people off.
If you guys want to know what the microtransaction moneymaker is going to be Bungie's next title for Activision. You know, it's supposed to be rumored to be MMO FPS, so across all three platforms.
Across all three platforms.
Yeah, I don't know if the platforms themselves are going to be able to talk to each other.
No.
But it's going to be an MMO.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was coming to the PC, man. That was why I was.
Yeah. They said
awesome.
They said it was. So I mean, you know, Activision, they want to make as much money as possible. They don't give a shit where it's coming.
Yeah, no, obviously Microsoft were dealing with all that before, so yeah, awesome.
Yeah, if there is any cross-platform play, it'll probably just be PC and PS3 because Microsoft keep going on about how they go on about. Yeah, we want to make sure it's the best possible environment for our people to play it.
Well,
and take as much money as we can.
Pretty much. Since Valve has laid the groundwork for Steam across platform, there's a new company, I think they're from Denmark or something. You know, they're making Payday the Heist, and it's cross-platform between PC and PS3 using Steam, which is awesome. Sweet. It's not even Valve doing it for them. It's just them using what Valve has already laid down. So hopefully we see more stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be really cool actually, and I would just love it just to shit all over Microsoft. If that became the standard, everyone would just start playing on the PS3 and it'd be like, fuck you, Microsoft.
I'm already like that.
Oh yeah, I'm like that anyway. Yeah.
I'm like that, and I've got a 360.
Yeah, it's like me being so tied to Windows, but I absolutely hate Microsoft with a passion. I don't know, we're just stuck with it, man. Unless they start making DirectX for Linux or something, which I doubt. Or if more people start using OpenGL, which could happen. Who knows? But I think that just about brings us to the end of the show. I don't know if anybody else wanted to mention anything else. You don't want to just mention StarCraft one more time or anything?
StarCraft?
That works. So we'll get on to some shameless self-promotion, which I will kick off my end with Extra Life, which I know Dan is taking part of. I don't know if Tyler's familiar with Extra Life at all, man. Have you heard of it?
Isn't that where you play games for charity?
Yeah, man.
That's the thing.
24-hour gaming marathon for your local Children's Miracle Network hospital, I believe it's called. You can kind of pick one that's near you, or somewhere near you, at least in your country probably there's at least one. There's not too many over here in the UK, but there's absolutely tons over in the US. So me and Dan will be playing games for 24 hours on October the 15th, I believe. That's why I thought the 15th earlier when it was actually the 25th. Either way, we'll be playing, and we would absolutely love for you guys to sponsor us. We're playing as part of the VGHub.net team, which is, if you check out VGHub.net, there's plenty of different gaming websites and stuff on there, podcasts, and pretty cool podcasts, including the Overseas Connection that we mentioned earlier on in the show. So we're happy to see you sponsor anybody on that team, but if you want to get me and Dan a little bit of cash in our virtual holding area or something, I don't know what to really call it.
I don't know about you, but I'm at a lowly 0 at the moment.
Yeah, Coot says what charity is for a Children's Miracle Network hospital, which I believe the one I chose is down in your direction somewhere, Dan.
Yeah, it could well be the Bristol one.
I think it was Bristol.
Royal Children for Children's Hospitals. I mean, basically, really sick children. It's giving money to help them, care for them, give them days out, all that kind of good stuff to make you feel like you've actually done something. And let's face it, charity starts at home. Might as well do our best to help those poor sick children that really need it.
Totally, man. A worthy cause indeed. And if you would like to contribute to that, you can just simply head over to charity.ironhammers.org, and you will find a link there to donate to sponsor myself. There's also a link there to sponsor Dan. And there's also a link there to sponsor anybody else on the VGHub.net team. You can click there and you can see who else. Steve from the Gamesman is getting involved, and no doubt there'll be plenty more people getting involved before it happens.
Streaming yourselves playing?
I shall be streaming it. I don't know exactly how I'll be streaming it, whether I'll be streaming it like last year with a webcam or whether I'll actually be streaming my game as I'm playing. But last year I spent about 23.5 of the 24 hours playing StarCraft 2, and this year
Nice.
I'm going to just spend the 24 hours playing StarCraft 2. I don't see why I'd even bother playing anything else. So
Yeah, I'll probably have a bit of a break and maybe play something else, but
It
I'll
will
be
be
there
my-
with you on the old
You can just play
StarCraft.
one game of Civilization and you'll probably be 24 hours later.
Now
Yeah,
that
you'd be
sounds
sorted.
fantastic.
that could be pretty cool, but I'll stick
Actually,
with
I
StarCraft.
did
Or-
play
or
a lot
Mountain
of
Blade
Civ
Warband.
5 last time, didn't I?
You did play a lot of Civ 5 last time, didn't you, man?
Yeah.
Who knows what people
It
play
almost
this
made
time.
it too easy.
But yeah, I'm going to be going StarCraft 2. So like I say, head over to charity.ironhammers.org and you can sponsor us over there. For some more shameless self-promotion, Dan, where can people find you across the internet?
Well, the first place you can find me is on the very next Gamesman podcast at thegamesman.com. You can find me on this show more often than not. Twitter, Hardly Dan. Steam, Hardly Dan. Games for Windows Live, it's Hardly Dan. I'm guessing you're getting the kind of idea here. Look for
Hardly
Hardly
Dan?
Dan. You can probably find me.
Awesome. Tyler, where can people find you, man?
Yeah, I don't usually play in StarCraft. No. Let's see here. Twitter.com/crawl with a K, so CKRAWL, and then Steam ID. You can go to steamcommunity.com/ID/crawl827. And yeah, that's it.
Cool. And to find me, you can find me on Steam as Ironhammers. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/IronhammersTV. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Ironhammer5 and twitter.com/Ironhammer5 because somebody stole my S. And if you're not too happy about people stealing my S, then head on over to twitition.com/RK44X and you can sign the petition for me to try and get my S back on Twitter.
I thought like if somebody didn't post in the last year or so, like
Me too,
you could
man.
just tell Twitter, but I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, no, so many people have told me, like, oh, just get onto Twitter and you'll be able to get it, because they haven't used it for, like, they've tweeted once
They should
in,
just
like, forever.
delete, like after 6 months. Like
Yeah.
Twitter should just go through and auto delete that person, like
I agree.
on automated system.
But
Because I would
that-
love to get the original crawl, man.
That
yeah.
Ironhammers has been on holiday for a long time.
Yeah, he was thinking about a holiday, like, 2 years ago or something, and he has never tweeted since. But I've been onto Twitter about 10 times about it, and I was getting no reply whatsoever. And there seems that...
How do you know he's still not on vacation, man? You guys are so mean.
I'm sorry, perhaps not. But
He
yeah,
may well have died on vacation. The fact is, Bobby wants his S back.
I couldn't care whether he's on vacation, whether he's dead, whether he's, like, been taken hostage while he was on vacation. I really don't care what's happened to him. I want my S, man. So twitition.com/RK44X and sign that. You'll need a Twitter account. Get one of those if you haven't already. Then what's going on? And other places you can find me are, of course, at justin.tv, which is right here. /Ironhammers there. And if you're watching, click the little follow button down below and you'll be able to know exactly when we're going live every Tuesday, or perhaps we don't go live, perhaps I'm not around, perhaps we go live a different day, who knows, and perhaps that live interview with the voice of Jim Raynor is coming up very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that one, because I'm not sure what time it will be. It's being set up at the
This
moment.
is Jimmy.
Yep, indeed. I'm in email contact with Mr. Robert Clotworthy, who's the guy who provided the voice of Jim Raynor, and there will be an interview coming up, and whenever it happens I'm just going to have to stream it live at that time, because it's all working with when he's about and when he's free. I'm willing to bend over backwards to make the times work, so we can get that interview. We'll post it up afterwards anyway on the site for people who miss it live, so don't worry too much. And finally, the podcast, you can find us at itunes.ironhammers.org. If you want to subscribe by iTunes, podcast.ironhammers.org if you're not too familiar with iTunes or you'd rather not use it, you just want to download an MP3. And finally, ironhammers.org, which is soon to be one of CVG's websites of the week, going back to what we said earlier in the show. So we've come full circle, and I think that's a perfect place for us to wrap it up and ask Duke Nukem to declare the end of the show. So thanks to you guys for coming. Thanks to everybody.
Stay safe and dream of large women. I'll see you next time.
Finishing note. We'll see you again soon. Thanks everyone in the chat room for coming and listening live. Thanks to everybody who's listening on the pre-recorded show. We appreciate your hospitality nonetheless, and we'll see you soon.
Game over.